And hey, speaking of women in sports, let's talk about Emily Delleman. We found an interview she did 9 years ago while she was a junior at Davenport Central. Take a listen.
In the future, I would like to row in college, and if I have the opportunity, get to go to the Olympic Training Center. Hopefully, with how my training's going now, it will be a possibility.
Well, Emily did more than just make it to the training center. She went on to row at Stanford University and is now, as we speak, in Italy preparing for her very first Olympic Games. Emily will represent Team USA in women's rowing next week. So earlier, we caught up with her and found out her advice for the future generation of Quad City rowers.
Emily, thank you so much for making time for us. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, so happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
When we're recording this, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, Quad City time. What time is it where you're at in Italy?
It's almost 6 p.m. here for us.
Oh my gosh. Well, we appreciate you fitting us in. Why are you in Italy right now ahead of Paris?
Yeah, so we're over here in Italy. It's up near Lake Como, in order to do a training camp. So that's partially to acclimate to the time change, and just kind of get our last practices in before we head over to the games.
Well, can you break it down for us that maybe aren't rowers ourselves? How many people are going to be in the boat when you're competing, and where do you actually sit?
Yeah, so I'm in the women's quadruple sculls. So that's a type of rowing shell that has four athletes in it, and we're all rowing with two oars. And I sit in two seats. So I'm one from the bow of the boat. So I'll be the second person through the finish line. And within my seat, I'm the one that'll make the calls. So I'll kind of like call our start, call our moves against our competitors, call us for our sprint, stuff like that. So it's kind of fun because I get to have a voice and, get us all hyped.
I know you've competed on the national level for quite a few years now, but this is your very first Olympics. I mean, does that kind of give it a different gravity for you, or is it almost business as usual?
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't quite even know how different this experience is going to be. I think right now it very much feels like business as usual with like a little extra pizzazz. But talking to some of the athletes who have actually been to the games, they said it's a whole other level of experience. So I'm not even quite sure what's in store.
I mean, did you ever imagine when you were rowing in the Quad Cities, did you ever get to a stage like this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think that I was really fortunate to have an amazing program in high school and to just have a lot of success at a pretty young age. Like being one of the first to like win a junior world championships for the US in the boat class I competed in, and even like set an American record in the erg. So I think I had a good idea that if I like kind of continued down that path, that there was a good chance that I could potentially have a shot at making the games one day. So it's just really cool that I was able to kind of stick to the journey and continue progressing as an athlete and didn't hit too many periods of burnout or injury that I didn't make it all the way. So just really grateful that I've been able to follow through.
Wow. I was going to ask, if any little kids want to get into rowing, specifically here on the QCA where there's so much opportunity for that, what does it take to become an elite rower? What are kind of the skills that kids should be developing?
Yeah, yeah. I think just like a willingness to try something new. And even though like you might start and not have like a natural gift for the sport, just persevering through and making sure you find something that you enjoy and love to do, and not letting the negative voices get in your head, and just kind of trust that with like enough time and hard work you can make a lot happen.
Well, Emily, before I let you go, is there anything
Mhm.
outside of your actual race day competitions about the Olympics or about France or Paris that you're really looking forward to?
So we're at the beginning of the game, so we're like in the first week. So we have almost 2 weeks to like go watch other competitions and get to explore Paris. So I'm really looking forward to like, focusing in for the racing, but then just being able to soak in the environment of the games and getting to meet other athletes.
I'm so grateful
Uh,
for your time. Emily, thank you so much for being here
you as
with us.
well. Thank you so much for having me. It's so surreal to be like on the news in the Quad Cities and being able to celebrate this experience with people from my hometown. So thank you for having me.
Emily says outside of rowing, she is most excited to try and watch Team USA compete in basketball as well as women's gymnastics.